What's going on, YouTube and Twitch? It's your boy JJ here, back with some more Pokemon Scarlet. Last time we were introduced to the treasure hunt, and we have our next few objectives. Well, not objectives, we're allowed to do whatever we choose to do. But in between episodes, as you can see by the level of Magikarp here, I've done a lot of training. Not for most of my team members, but just for other Pokemon I caught. And during that time when I was just playing, I found not one, not two, but three different shiny Pokemon. A shiny Tarantula, Squovit, and a Makuhita. I don't plan on using any of these, since I have my primary party set up here so far. I've also done a few raid battles, Terra raids, and filled up a good number of pages in the Pokédex. And from the Pokemon that I plan on... Well, I don't really plan on using it permanently, but I did level up a Fido here, and I think as a temporary team member, it'll be pretty good, so I'm going to add that to the party. For the novelty, I want to add this Tarantula too, since it was a shiny I kind of wanted to get. And one more Pokemon I want to point out here is Gimmighoul, which I did find while out and about. I did level it up a bit as well, and I'm adding to the party temporarily too, because I kind of want to use one. But as you can see in the background here, something I want to show on camera, another one has spawned, and I wanted to see if we can actually try catching it. I wanted to at least show it off here since I didn't get to show it off last time. It is level 5, which is pretty weak, but in this form I believe it's very defensive, so it might take a hit, but I'm just going to throw a Pokeball just to be on the safe side. I believe this worked last time too, but I'm not certain. Can't remember. It does not. Just like the one I have in my party, Gimmighoul only learns Tackle and Astonish by level up. However, it is able to learn TMs, and if it can survive this hit, I can try giving you more information. Yeah, it tanks that. Even at level 5, this Pokemon is very bulky, both physically and special. And its physical attack stat is actually rather low. Its special attack is actually, I believe, its highest stat. And this carries on to its other form, I believe, as well. However, its other form is something I can talk about. They're very small and hard to see, but throughout the map there are small roaming Gimmighoul, and if you encounter them, you can try talking to them and they'll give you a Gimmighoul coin before running away. You can have up to 999, and they are items used to craft TMs. Technically, they're part of that classification, but I don't think you can really use them to craft anything, at least not to my knowledge. But as you can see here, I already have one, so I don't really need another one. I just wanted to show this off because I didn't show it off last time. Don't need to show it off to the party. And I can do what I wanted to do this time, which was advance to the next area, which is going to be to the left of the school here. During my time grinding, I did also go to the right, which kind of activated a bit of story, but it's mostly just Arvin telling us that, hey, the Cliff Titan is over here in this area where you're going. So that's really about it. I didn't really miss too much, and I tried to avoid going anywhere else. And now that I think about it, I think I did technically go to the wrong area. Not because I didn't want to go to the left of the school, but because there is one thing I wanted to do beforehand that I also forgot to do. Screwing up already. Fun times. During the time I spent off camera, I did find one Pokemon that I kind of want to use for the party permanently. It is to the right of the school, where I was grinding earlier, and it is a new Pokemon, at least in this game. They're fairly common, and I hope I can get a good one right off the bat, but I doubt it, because knowing my luck... actually, now that I think about it, my luck is either really good or really bad, so there's no way of knowing. And it's never gonna be exact. I also try to avoid getting too many items or battling any trainers, because I want to save that for when I do go over this area. But the new Pokemon is actually right here. Or I have it from... they come with Sturdy normally, but I think I'm not going to risk it, because I believe its secondary ability is actually pretty good. But yes, I want to use Nacli. Female Nacli... Nacli is a physically oriented Pokemon with good attack and defense, low speed and low special. Not too bad. It's kinda like a Geodude or a Roggenrola in that sense. And because of that, I want to give it a try. I think I need a good physical attacker as well. Technically, Sprigatito is one, it is a physical attacker. But because Nacli can be more of a tank too, I think it'll be a good addition to the team. It also helps that because Nacli is a rock type, specifically as you can see there, a rock salt Pokemon, I have a good nickname for it that's also kind of corny. You salty? It's a bad name, but it should be fun. Sturdy, so it can't be knocked down one hit, and neutral nature, so it's neutral on the board, but as you can see, good attack and defense, everything else is pretty okay. And I think I will add it to the party, actually. Spend some time leveling it up. No, who do I want to put to the box? I mean, I did want to put it for novelty, but I think I'll put Spider-Man the Tarantula on the PC. I didn't intend on using it anyway for the story. Okay, now that's done. Now I can go in the direction I want it to go to. This path that I'm going to take now does lead to the first gym, which at the level I'm at right now, should be fairly easy to take on. I believe I'm equal to the level. Aside from the newly caught Nacli. So I think any trainers I'll encounter, I'll use Nacli to level up. I've also, as you can see in the background as well, the character walking is a little bit choppy. That's something that's like, I guess, kind of an issue, kind of not that people have been talking about. I've seen much worse glitches that people have been talking about, and I get it. When a multi-million-dollar company like Pokemon makes a game, you expect it to be high quality. And I kind of agree, but at the same time, what can you really expect at this point? But I don't want to ramble about this. Visually speaking, the game itself looks okay. It's just that those glitches that come up for people every so often, it can be frustrating to look at and deal with. And I think this should be the way out. I've only spent like a few episodes here already, and I'm still losing my track. Do we get a call here as well? We do not get a call. That's embarrassing, because Arvin called us to talk about the location over there. But this is the next route, if it even has a name. Pokemon are still the same. Enjoy picnicking here. It's an Eevee. And we get some ingredients. Huh. That might be the same thing that the other person gives us on the other side, but Nah, I'm good. If that's the case, I'm assuming the other person on the other side does give ingredients. As I was saying, wild Pokemon are the same. Except for this Mareep, which I haven't seen yet. I'll probably catch new Pokemon off screen, unless they have some kind of significance, like maybe if they're shiny, or if I plan to use it as a temporary or permanent team member. A mass outbreak of Aracuda, down there in the water that I cannot reach. That's good. Fletchling as well. But yeah, that's essentially it. The whole area for the routes will feel more like the wild area of Sword and Shield, which it's a Smoliv actually. Huh. I considered using Smoliv on my party way back when the game was announced and starter Pokemon were revealed, because I wasn't sure if I wanted to use Sprigatito or Quaxley, but end of the day I did go with Sprigatito because cats. So that kind of made me want to not use Smoliv. But here we have a first trainer battle. Sergio, the office worker, with the Wooper. So immediately I have to switch out. That's good. And I believe it has Water Absorb as well. Typically, trainer Pokemon either have one ability or the other, and they don't swap between the two. Maybe they changed that for this game, I don't know. And I knew that would happen, but thankfully we avoided it because I was not ready to deal with that. Only level 8 as well, so we're kind of over level for this point. But you'll quickly see that I'm not too over leveled. At least not for this one, because the levels I think do ramp up significantly over time. And even then, I've heard people say that they've gotten to level like 40 or 30 before the first gen. And in a way that makes sense because you get to choose which path you take. And that includes not even doing anything until you feel like you want to. The Pokemon Center here, but I don't need it because I'm more or less at full health already. But good to be here. You can fly to this point whenever we want to. And down there is, I believe, something I haven't seen, well, we haven't seen on camera yet, which is ATM. For low kick, and I think we haven't seen TM actually, but not that one. Potion here. Okay, when it comes to potions, I think I have like 40 or something already. Not because partially because I don't even use them, but because of pickup, and I think some items might respawn. And the items on the ground too, those little sparkling dots, sometimes they are potions as well, so that's a big part of it too. We just passed a wild Starly, which Staraptor is good. It's definitely good, but I was gonna say at this point in the game, it's definitely strong as well. I guess I'm too used to Pokemon Reborn where they're not available until way later. TM for Electro Ball. Pretty good TM, if you're fast enough. I don't understand why Pokemon like Ampharos get Electro Ball. I mean, it's stab and it gets agility, but you gotta be fast to use it, and Ampharos is not really that fast. Another Gimme Gold chest over here. Okay, I did forget to go mention this, but when I first I forgot to say this when I battled that first Gimmighoul, but battling Gimmighoul gives you the biggest amount of coins when compared to just encountering a wild roaming form, which you can't catch. Battling the chest can grant you anywhere from, I believe, 10 to the very rare high amount of 777. It's unlikely you'll even get that amount because that's like a 0.02% chance. But here we get 50, which is way more than you would get by just finding a wild one. Okay. almost messed myself up big time. Didn't even see this item either. Super Potion. But yeah, if you can find a wild Gimmighoul that you can catch, I do recommend knocking it out like I did, or I did not even see the Starly. Knocking it out like I did, or catching it if you can. It's a really good reward. The reward for it is so good. That's why I considered even using Gimmighoul as well. And I might end up keeping it on the team, but I'm going to need more time to think about it. Especially because you need 999 to evolve it. Soda Pop. Yes, grab a random soda that you see by an abandoned truck. Out in the field. That's safe. And another thing I can mention here. This area right here is not a Terra Raid Den, which I thought it was, but it is a Terra Pokemon. This Pokemon, which I can't identify here, probably a Diglett or Dugtrio? I think it's a Diglett. That Diglett is still just regular Diglett, but it has a special Terra typing, which I don't know off the top of my head, but Pokemon like that are unique in that you don't have to battle them in a Terra Raid battle. They're just a regular encounter that you can face, catch, and so on, but they have a unique Terra typing. Typically, Pokemon like Sprigatito or the rest of my team have Terra types that match their normal type. However, like Pokemon we have there, the Diglett that was over there, its Terra type will be different. Something like Flying, Ghost, Water, anything that's not its actual type. I did not mean to run into this Grape here, but no harm done. Level 9. We have Mudshot, so let's try taking it on. And of course you paralyze me turn 1. Why you do this? Now I'm salty. And of course I can't move. You can paralyze anything except for Pommy and Hooper, so I'm gonna go over to them. At least Nacli gets some experience out of this. It's not a lot, but it's something. Plus, the Terra Raid Dens I've done off-screen do give some experience candies, so if I wanted to, I could just level up Nacli to a decent level right from the get-go. But I don't really want to do that, at least not now. Maybe later on off-screen. But I prefer genuinely raising them right now. Fido with a level of learning Baby Doll Eyes, which is a priority move that lowers attack, which is pretty good. Two potions there, and we get a new crafts item called the Mareep Wool. You can use that to make TMs. How many Paralyze Heals do I have? Because I know I have a lot of healing items here. Yeah, 35 potions, 13 revives. I don't need that much. 10 Paralyze Heals. In fairness, I did need a Paralyze Heal there, so I'll take it. Now that over there is definitely a raid den. I will not do the raid battle now, but I will show it off just so I can see what's in there and what type it is. Judging from the looks of it, I believe it is electric. Did not mean to battle it. And it's not, it is a bug type Drowsy. Okay, that's enough of that. And we're already almost here to the next town. What is this location here? Oh, I think I know what that. I think that's for the gym. Which that might be right there, actually. And some Iggly buffs over here. And an item. A Big Root, which could be pretty good for not Sprigatito, because I just forgot that Sprigatito is a physical attacker and doesn't really get too many draining moves. But it is what it is. We made it to Cortondo. Cortondo. And this building right over here is the gym. Part of me is honestly kind of glad that they went back to... I wanted to get the item, excuse you. I said part of me is going to be... yeah. Part of me is happy that they brought back the... Okay, that's weird. Okay, I'll try it again. Part of me is glad that they brought back the typical looking gyms, as opposed to the special ones that they had in Black and White, X and Y, and so on. But I feel like those gyms had like more character to them. But hey, it is what it is. It's not really a big deal. No, you two stopped me apparently, so I guess they did, and that's just for the gym. Okay. Some small live up there. And aha, TM. Draining Kiss. Not too bad. Okay, so what does the gym have for us here? Surprised there's no tutorial or something, but there's probably gonna be one inside. And indeed there is. Hi, Nimona. Indeed we are. Okay, in between this episode and the previous one, I actually have seen a meme comparing her to like the overly attached girlfriend, but for battling, and that's kind of funny to me. And 3 more super potions, as if we needed more healing. And there she goes. Now, I hate to just leave you all like this, but I think I'm going to handle this gym in the next episode. So, next time on Pokemon Scarlet, we'll take on the first gym. And I will see you guys then.